Hey guys, we're back. Got a pretty good match here with Team Liquid, followed by a little bit more Team Liquid afterwards. Update the title of the stream because it is uThermal versus MaNa. Boom, boom, boom. Of course, quick reminders, by the way, if you guys are just joining us in chat for the first time today, we got two types of giveaways going on. One is for 3 $100 watch codes. So not $300 watch codes, but 3 times $100 watch codes. Exclamation mark Yord in chat will take you to enter the giveaway for that. We have one that's going for just BaseTradeTV that will last up until the 24th. That's the exclamation mark giveaway command over there. We also have some t-shirt sales going on. If you guys haven't seen, maybe you want to snag one of these snazzy looking BaseTradeTV t-shirts. I'm not sure. I think we got our holiday design one in a little bit too late, so we might not have the holiday design one up in time, which is a bit of a bummer. We may just sell them anyway so you can have them, but for the most part, the regular BaseTradeTV t-shirts with the new logo are up for grabs. So make sure to grab one while you can. But yeah, as we hop into this game, and as you guys can probably see my chat there on the side for the moment, we will be casting Bunny's series after this. So, TLO plays against Revolution right now. The winner of that plays Bunny. That'll be the round of 8 match we're casting. Here in the round of 16, uThermal versus MaNa. And, oh no, they're similar colors. Well, they're different races at least, so hopefully you guys can distinguish. But MaNa knew exactly what was up. Spotted here in the top left side of the map, the most intuitive Protoss of all time. It's going to be the blue Liquid MaNa.
In the bottom left, as the slightly different blue, it is Liquid uThermal.
Now, unfortunately, for those who don't know, there used to be a way where you could force on red and blue colors, but that's not been an option for a little bit of time, which kind of sucks for us, but it's not a big deal. I think this is a bigger issue when it's minimap versus minimap, but this actually reminds me of a recent hot topic that's actually been drama-worthy on YouTube. I'm not sure if you've seen this. There's a guy who made a YouTube video recently who got those glasses. Like, everyone's done this, right? We've seen some variation of this video before. Colorblind person gets the glasses that lets them see color. They put them on. Emotional response. Everybody's like feeling snappy and happy, right? But allegedly, this one big YouTuber faked being colorblind to make one of these videos to get millions of views and subs and all this. And they got called out on it recently. So I'm really waiting to see what the results of that are. But I do wonder to a degree, like, the folks who have trouble distinguishing the two colors on our stream, because this has been an issue for a long time, is that something color correcting glasses would fix? Or is it just simply like me, I can clearly see blue versus blue, but is it still a problem for everybody else, even if they could see it as clear as I could?
I have no idea about this issue in particular. So, maybe.
So what you're saying is that you don't care about colorblind people. I understand. It's alright. So I'm going to post the host of the lobby, guys. She's the one who ultimately controls whether we get to go or not. She chose...
Remember that one time I caught the players with similar colors and I told them to switch? That was a good time.
Yeah, that one time. Literally, that one time. I feel like we spent so much time apologizing for it.
Look, okay, like, you know what they should do? They should just take away the similar colors and put in, like, black and white, okay?
I really wish black and white were actual color. Like, you can get the pink color, which is kind of close to white, and it looks very nice. I don't know why white's not an option. Of course, black obviously is in the game. It's with the Nova and the covert op units and all that. Like,
yeah,
hello?
Just take away the teal and the pink, and I think that would take care of the similar colors.
Actually, what would be really cool would be, like, race-specific colors. Like, all Terrans had access to black, but Protoss and Zerg didn't, or something like that.
Whoa, that would cause a major shift in everyone's choices for their main race. That would just be monstrumental. I can't even fathom right now.
That's bigger than monumental, because it's a monster tearing down the monument, so it's monstrumental. Oh my god, you're a genius.
Thank you.
That was a good analogy.
Like, seriously though, that just would ruin my experience. Well, as a Terran player, I actually really like, Terran with black. But, as a Protoss player, I'd just be super jealous all the time. Don't think you realize the power that you're wielding here.
Well, that...
David Kim might listen.
But then you get something really cool where the Protoss gets red with Tal'Darim, and suddenly everything looks really sick.
Black and white's better. So, in Oracle, going to the other side of the map right now, it's going right into the Marines, though. What am I? Oh, good. Huh. Well, MaNa was in pretty good control despite running into everything that was prepared for it.
I know, there's a lot of Marines, the Widowmine, we have the Targeter. Did you just snort a little bit? Is that how great that was for you?
I don't think it was that close to a snort. But
like,
if you know...
It was like a chort.
Call it that, sure.
It was like a chort. Not quite a chortle,
Okay,
not quite a
chort.
snort. It was just like a chort.
A snort.
Can you stop bringing down this cast, please? I'm trying really hard here, man. I've got your back for all your ridiculousness. Are you serious right now? You're gonna pin this on me? Someone dig up that picture. Okay, well, as I try to not deteriorate into madness alongside my co-caster here, I would like to point out that uThermal's done what he always does and follows up with 3 Widowmines. He's not able to take them to the main or the natural, and I think MaNa might just be a little too prepared for it. I think one thing I can say about MaNa, greater than like his versus Zerg or versus Terran or versus Protoss or any of that, is his versus players he knows is really good. There's been a lot of instances where MaNa won't be able to play PvZ really well, but he'll play PV Snoot really well. And I think to a degree that may end up here affecting uThermal. Knowing that the Widowmines were coming, he was more than prepared. And normally uThermal gets massive damage done with these. He doesn't get anything.
Yeah. I mean, it would be really problematic if uThermal was going for more than one Widowmine drop or just drop in general and it didn't do anything, but because only went for the one and, you know, he just kind of recognized the situation and backed off, it's really not that bad of a game here. Well, it sometimes can look that way because you just don't do anything. But uThermal, I mean, he's got a faster third base. MaNa's really taking his time. He's getting a lot of production before shooting for that third. It's just kind of... Okay, yeah, I was also going to say, like, not just production, but usually tech also comes down if you're on 2 bases for a while.
What do you think, by the way? If we had like a no rush situation, like we had some sort of dumb no rush 10-minute rule, who do you think comes out ahead, MaNa or uThermal when it comes to just pure macro?
Protoss, I would assume. So MaNa. But I don't know. Liberators actually really changed that up. I think if you asked me in Heart of the Swarm, I'd be like, yeah, Protoss, no doubt. But like I said, the Void, I'm not sure. Getting the Liberators without any fear of like whatever the Protoss is doing is also an interesting thing to think about. I
wonder what would confirm is no rush too. Like if you turned off the ability for things to auto attack, could you still build bunkers inside your Zerg opponent's base since they can't kill them?
I don't know. That would have to be a whole tournament, and we have to set up rules.
Oh, this sounds like something to do. This sounds like a good way to cook up and use some of that money.
Cook up? You're going back to the Irish chef?
Oh, I was so sad that worked out so poorly. I really thought that was going to be something great.
Oop. Well, that Oracle wasn't great.
No, that got picked up by the Marines pretty easily. Liberator's still just chilling up here in the corner for the time being. Phoenixes can easily tear this down. I think it's a big part of why uThermal's not exactly showing this too soon.
Yeah. uThermal, I mean, he got that fast third base. He saturated pretty quickly. His supply should look pretty good, but MaNa is safely getting to Colossus and all of the tech that he would need. Not exactly double forge, but, you know, Resonant Glaives, Blink. He did have those Phoenixes to cover any drops earlier on, so didn't need Blink super quickly. It is probably going to be coming to a point like, okay, when does uThermal or does uThermal... Ooh, drops Phoenixes.
And they had like 2 Marauders inside it too.
But also, does he stick with just Liberators, or does he actually try the Viking game? That's kind of the way the question of Terran versus Protoss is. Right now, when they're playing Colossus, uThermal has liked Liberators more so than Vikings, so we do see the Fusion Core.
Well, thank you to Rhett Sergeant Cass for the Twitch Prime sub. Great to have you on board, soldier.
Soldier?
Next to Sergeant would be a soldier, would they?
Am.
Sir and or madam.
Why is Colonel spelled like Colonel?
What? No, it's not. When you're eating popcorn, I'm pretty sure it's Kernel.
Well, that's the better way to spell it for sure. So what's up with the armies? Aren't we just dumb?
You know what it is too? The other one, because the British one's like lieutenant is pronounced lieutenant or whatever, right? It's like, hello, what? Where did the F come
Alu-
from?
Aluminium.
Aluminium actually works though because they spell it differently. If both America and Britain spelled it the same, I think that the pronunciation would be hilarious. But they actually spell it differently. I didn't
They
realize
do?
this. Yeah.
Do they put like an AU in there because that's what they do?
No,
Or do they just put U?
this the I, so it actually becomes like aluminium. It's not aluminum. Like there's another I in there at the end.
Well, my joke was that like they, color and stuff. They put like a U in there for no reason. Doesn't Canada do that too?
Yeah, color, honor, favor,
Oh, ugh.
It's great.
U's. Who needs them? Who needs them?
bags,
They're just good for U-turns.
which are illegal pretty much everywhere.
Not
So-
in America. Jesus.
The irony, the irony. All right, the pylons get taken care of pretty quickly. The army does collapse on this, but this leaves an opening on the right side for uThermal to come in on. So the army engagement here is scrappy at best. uThermal almost loses a medevac full of units, but catching his opponent off guard. No medevac support necessary if he can focus down this Nexus.
If he could. Okay,
Yeah, he's going to get it. A little bit
Just a
nasty,
little
and
bit.
it's very expensive to do,
Uh-oh,
but he goes
uh-oh.
back into the natural at the same time, so he might just get another Nexus snipe. I can't believe uThermal catches MaNa so badly off guard, but 2 Nexus going down like this is devastating this early in the game.
Now, it does depend on how much army uThermal loses, but I think he's stable. Yeah, he still has enough army supply to even beat Mana's.
Another part of this is MaNa's Colossus, his Stalkers, they're all pretty injured because they've been walking over Widow Mines. And maybe not getting killed, but very badly hurt. So this army out of MaNa, it says 74 strong. It's like, I'd say a quarter of that, because so much of it's going to die very quickly.
Mm-hmm. Of course, uThermal scouts and sees that the army is moving across the map, and he's got to know this is like pretty damn all in. But like I said, he has an equal, if not better, army supply. The upgrades are good enough, basically. Mana's only ahead a little bit, and I don't think Mana can actually push into this, so he's going to retreat. Maybe just kind of like some fake pressure here while he expands.
Well, scanning to see where the army is. The Liberators are such an important component of this. It'll keep Mana back. Mana really wants to pay damage back as well for having lost both those Nexus, but uThermal's up like a very significant amount of supply, and it's not just an army, it's also in workers.
Yeah. uThermal looks great in this game. I'm not even sure how Mana would be able to bring it back, but it's interesting to see that he's going for the Tempest. I mean, of course, he's seen a Liberator, and he knows the Liberator count's going to grow very quickly, so I may just be thinking of that, but it also might be...
Oh, no. Thought he was retreating to safety. Wouldn't mind still popping off.
Feels bad. Well, it doesn't matter what the Tempest actually could be used for, because I don't think they're really going to be used. I think he still only has 1 Stargate, so like 1 Tempest at a time is not too useful, and 1 Void Ray is also not too helpful.
Oh, man, the leapfrog effect, just get forward, gives him enough space to run up that natural base, and once again, I keep forgetting this Robo's been depowered since that first attack. He's not been able to build more Colossus or anything out of this even. Time Warp might be useful for the first time in history.
He's useful in that PvP. Fortunately, the Stalkers kind of ran through Liberators, so a lot of them died. GG.
I mean, I think uThermal won that game when the Nexus both went down, but a bit of a bleed out, and Mana dies 2 minutes later.
Yeah. Well.
Game 1 goes to uThermal in this best of 3.
Mm-hmm. See what he wants for a map.
We do have results, by the way. TLO 2-0 Revolution, so Bunny and TLO will wait for us, hopefully. And this will be awesome, because then we'll sail right through to this round of 8 into the semifinals. Should have really good rest of the Corsair Cup at this point.
Yes, indeed. I got about an hour and a half left before I gotta boogie.
Before you ditch, yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's the first step of many, guys, to her leaving the
I
channel.
was gonna get in a boogie board and just go have some fun, but no, I'm ditching.
Oh yeah, in your tiny little apartment where you just like you would just put it on the floor and stand on it. It's like literally all you can do.
I said I would put it on the bed, but the bed's like not much softer than the floor.
I can't imagine the ceiling's too high either. Like you probably hit your head.
No, it's actually pretty decent. What's funny though is I went like looking at houses with rapid casting to see what it was like, and the poor guy, being like a foot taller than me, couldn't had to literally just go like this.
Oh yeah, for those who don't know, rapid casting is tall, like very tall. You may have seen him on cast and it might not seem like that big, but he's very tall.
yeah, whenever he had to go into, because like oddly enough, the actual doors, entrances would not be that bad, but then the bathrooms were always like super short. Even I had to duck a little bit to get into the bathrooms. They're so small. This
By
one's
the
not
way,
so bad.
how is the house hunting front going for our team house project?
I'm not really sure. Last I heard, we were all together and they were looking at houses. So I'm hoping that they're cooking up a day trip, maybe this week.
Cool, because it's been confirmed at this point all the money transferred through, so our good old friend in Korea has the means to make it happen. We just got to lock it down.
Mm-hmm.
For those who don't know, and I guess who have not been paying super close attention to BaseTradeTV, we're not holding this up. As soon as the players are ready to go, we'll go. We are looking to support players in Korea. We're going to take a lot of the money that BaseTradeTV's earned over time, and we're going to be basically paying for a team house, with the caveat being we're not going to cover rent. The players who stay there are going to have to pool together to cover rent, all that stuff. But we want to help them out in whatever way we can, so we'll put the big down payment on the house. We're going to help them with some sponsored gear, and hopefully through a fundraiser we're going to be running in the near future, alleviate some of their rent problems. One of the first big goals we're actually looking to hit on the fundraiser when it goes live is raising enough money to half the rent cost of the players for a year. So that fundraiser hopefully will make for a lot of great things, but also make for a better content and stay and comfort for all the players staying at the house. But more on that later. If you guys haven't figured it out, Scarlett's like the only person we've confirmed so far publicly that is staying at the house.
No.
I know. Sometimes you gotta help people connect the dots, right?
No. Okay.
There's a lot of cool news that it's going to be coming out as we go from here to the New Year's and all that stuff. But game number 2 in this best of 3 for the Corsair Cup. Spawning the bottom left side of the map, we got the blue Protoss. It's MaNa.
In the top right, as the red Terran, he is liquid uThermal.
Of course, I guess we haven't really given a lot of credit to Corsair, but we do need to, because this is the 44th Cup, the 44 weeks straight that they've been making StarCraft 2 tournaments with us. And if you guys missed the announcement on Twitter as we go through sponsorship, renegotiations, and all this stuff, Corsair are folks we've already been very happy to talk about going to 2017 with. We have some really awesome big plans with them too, and the Corsair Cup will continue into next year, so more weekly content for sure with BaseTradeTV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff for next year. All in the works. All in the works. I was going to go with Woodworks, and I was like, why would I say Woodworks?
Because you were thinking of Wood Watches, which, by the way, guys, we have that giveaway still going. Type exclamation mark.
Amazing.
Actually, how many hours is left on that? I'm gonna type that in myself and check. We have an exclamation mark giveaway, which is separate. Like, I want to make it very clear we're running 2 giveaways right now, but the Yord giveaway has 15 hours left to enter. You can win you can win a $100 discount code for their website. That's a lot of tacos.
In the form of wood watches.
Yeah, and you can't eat wood watches, so just consider the savings of calories as well as money.
I was going to say what savings. Okay, anyway. So,
tell me I'm not wrong.
No, you're right about the calories. Absolutely. But uThermal does go for the typical opening here. We do not have well, actually I said typical, but he is going for a second barrack as opposed to a factory, but still the point is like not a one base, which is the only like really very interesting thing MaNa would want to scout. MaNa's got a fairly quick Twilight Council here, but of course the Reaper is going to be scouting exactly what follows the Twilight Council. Is it just uThermal is usually pretty good with his Reaper control. So he's a solid like 8 out of 10 on the Reaper control. Should be saving it for a more important time than just seeing if the Nexus is down, which he's already seen.
Yeah, I think a big priority you want to check for is like whether they're going to have Stargate, whether it's a fast robo, hell, even Dark Shrines, which are not so typical, can be sometimes a little bit off-putting. Thank you to Racer2000. Just subscribed to the channel. He did with his own cold hard cash. You are appreciated, sir.
Well, so the Reaper did get back into the main base. It was able to see not only... Oh, no. Okay, funnily enough, it did not see the Twilight Council, but you see the Robo, and I think the assumption there is that there is also a Twilight Council.
He actually healed up enough that he can go back in again. That's insane to me. But you're right, like you did get to see the Robo. I imagine he had to click that to running by. And when you see this as a Terran player at this timing, I don't think you're really worried about disruptor drops. That's usually something you see players more rush towards. But I think on everyone's mind is the Warp Prism, so uThermal's going to have to take some precautions not to get caught off guard by that.
Yeah, the Warp Prism and anything more than 3 gateways, you know? Like, it's going to be what the Reaper wants to scout next. I mean, it's going to be some good pressure. MaNa's going to be able to expand from this, assuming he doesn't just straight up lose the Warp Prism, because if that happens, he actually will have so much trouble expanding. uThermal has gone for the kind of middle-of-the-road build here, where he has a decent number of units, but also a decent timed medevac push. And if he tried to take a third base with no external pressure and the loss of 4 early adepts, it'd be difficult, especially since the pylons are already set up. So Reaper's going to confirm. Actually, not sure if it saw the Warp Prism. I'm just going to kind of move out of the way, but the assumption should be there. Robo, adepts, like, you know, do the math.
Okay, 1 + 1 = 3. Now what?
Well, you did it wrong, and this is why, you know,
well, see, that's the thing. You didn't say do math correctly, though, Zombie Grub, and it's your lack of direction that really makes this hard to follow.
I didn't say go up, down.
What?
Lack of directions. Lack of direction.
Ah.
Anyway. Oh, that Warp Prism is what I'm talking about!
Riggedy rags! Morty.
Oh, no. That's exactly what MaNa didn't want to have happen.
No.
Now, I mean, so, like, okay, maybe he wasn't going to take the world's fastest third base while doing the harassment, because there's always that chance that MaNa, you know, deals with it fine, just doesn't kill the Warp Prism. But I do think this is going to really push his plans back here. Like, he really doesn't have any scouting. His first observer is now coming out, and he doesn't have anything to scare uThermal back for a good time, even as saying Warp Prism coming on the way.
I mean, that was a big part of this, though. Like, first off, you don't expect a Terran player to have that much bio ready to go, which is part of why he lost that drop. But secondly, that drop was meant to buy him all the time in the world to get those Colossus going, to get all the units out that he wanted. uThermal dives in and picks off the Observer. He also forces one of the overcharges already. That's really awesome to see. MaNa's prepared, though. He's got that Sentry. Guardian Shield's going to take away a lot of damage from his purely Marines. Force Field can be devastating, too, but he focuses it down right away, so never mind. Nothing gained.
Oh, my God.
Mothership Core goes down. No overcharges remain, and uThermal just storms the gates. It's only Adepts, and they're not enough. uThermal with too many Marines is about to win this game. There's no way that Colossus comes out. There's just no way.
Oh, the pylon. There's so many upgrades on the pylon. All right, this is game. I mean, MaNa might not tap out right now, but this is so much damage.
I mean, he cancels the Colossus so he can get money to warp things in, but with the gateways being depowered, there's nothing left to warp in with, and that's it. He builds 3 Nexus. What?
Reasons.
This is the tap out Nexus. Okay.
Right.
What a wild series. What a great series, though. For uThermal, who will advance onto the brackets and move on to that round of 8. For us, though, we're now going to hop and shift gears to another Team Liquid versus Team Liquid match. It's going to be TLO versus Bunny in a TVZ. We're going to go get this party started. Going to get a small commercial break out of the way before we do, so stick around. We'll get to see where these two sit when we return.